All right, I'm going to do a quick video trying to show you how this works. So today I had a hand with Queen 10, and I just checked to see how big our stack sizes are, and we were at 100 bigs. So the way we do that is we go here, and we're going to make sure that we're on MTT. Chip EV is fine because there's really not any ICM, if you know what ICM is. Effective stack's going to be 100, and then we go ahead and hit confirm. So now we have our stack size set. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and take our actions. So we go here, and let me take a look at the hand real quick. Okay, it looks like under the gun limps, and then I raise, and then he calls. Now we can't really do an under the gun limp, so what we'll do is we'll do an under the gun raise, which is just as fine. Under the gun raise, and then I'm in middle position with Queen 10. So under the gun one raises, and then hijack. Yeah, we can say that I would raise to 8 because that simulates my raise pre over his limp. And then we can say that under the gun then calls. Then the flop comes 3, 6, 7. I have Queen 10 of hearts, so we want to make sure that this board is offsuit. Yeah, so we're going to go, we'll say 3, we'll go 3, and then 6 and a 7, all offsuit. Okay, so now the under the gun, I want to know what I needed, what I should have done here on the river. So the under gun checks, right? And me and the hijack, I go ahead and c-bet. Now what did I c-bet? I c-bet 500 into about $1,400 pot. So about 1/3 pot, I bet. So with this pot being 8 and 8, it's at about a 16. 1/3 pot would be about 4.6. So we'll say I bet 4.6. Now remember, this isn't always exact, so we're just going to have to hope to recreate this hand the best we can. So when I bet that, then the under the gun went ahead and he tank called. Of course, we can't put in a tank call. And then the turn was a jack. Now this is when he hit his jack. Of course, I didn't know at the time. Under gun checks, and then I check. And then the river comes, what I deem to be a meaningless, we'll make it a 9. Okay, and now, under the gun checks, and now it's on me for a bluff. And now let's see what it does. So if we look here, we can see that its frequency is, looks like it's checking about 50% of the time and betting about 17.4%. Now I bet 1,500 on this river. I bet 1,500. The pot was about, let's see, because it was 600, 1,200, and then the extra ante that's in there, that's about 500 and 500. So I see bet about almost pot here. The pot was about 2,000, 2,100, and I bet c-bet 1,500. It was a strong attempt at a steal. Now, if you look here, it doesn't look like that was too far out of range. It looked like I could have went with the check or the steal overall. But now, if we look at our exact hand here, Queen 10 suited, we can see that it does have some combos here. And if you look, just about all of them are going are betting. They're all betting. Okay. So Queen 10 bets here. Actually, it goes all in. So my move there on the river was really all in on the river when he checks there. It's an all-in bet. It's all in 65% of the time. It's an all in 62% of the time. So I went with the strong bet. And yeah, I don't, well, actually, I didn't go with the strong bet. I went with the, well, let's see, how big is this pot based on here? Okay, the pot's 27 bigs. So yeah, I mean, this the solver wants to overbet, and then it bets 24. It bets the pot a little bit here. So there's definitely some betting. It shows no checking. So I refused to check on that river, and I think that was good. So this kind of confirms that that, you know, even though obviously the hand is not exactly input into the simulation, the simulated hand is somewhat like it. You know, some aggression takes place pre, a little bit of aggression post, and then a check on the turn, and then a check by the original aggressor on the river. It's time to run a steal. And this is what it shows here in the simulation. And that's exactly what I did. Although, obviously, I think the all-in overbet steal is a little drastic considering the pot's only 27. But that's an interesting thing to see. So that's how GTO Wizard can check to see, you know, whether what you did was right. And it turns out here in this case, what I did was correct. Thanks for watching.